Good evening, America. I am the Big Red One Guy, reminding you that together we must break the machine. U.S. Defense Secretary unveils a $400 million arms package in surprise Ukraine visit. The latest aid package comes less than a week after Biden announced $425 million for new air defense systems and other military assistance. I did a video of this beginning of last week on that. U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin announced a new $400 million arms package for Ukraine during a surprise visit to Kiev on October 21st. The package includes 155 and 105 millimeter artillery shells, ammunition for U.S. donated M142 high mobility artillery rockets systems, HIMARS launchers, and additional Javelin anti-tank missile launcher systems. None of these systems are cheap, fam. The latest aid comes less than a week after President Joe Biden announced $425 million package providing a new air defense systems and ammunition, combat vehicles, and other munitions. That was last week. The surprise visit is Austin's fourth time traveling to Ukraine as the Secretary of Defense. He visited Belgium last week and met with members of other North Atlantic Treaty Organization, aka NATO, nations to discuss continuing support for Ukraine in its ongoing war with Russia. Russian forces continue to make slow territorial gains across eastern Ukraine, and as Ukraine braces for another winter at war, Russian forces have intensified attacks on Ukraine's energy grid ahead of the winter months in an apparent effort to cripple the Ukrainian public's will to fight. The United States understands the stakes here, Mr. President, Austin told Ukrainian fucking President Vladimir Zelensky the Hobbit during a meeting on October 21st as he announced a new military package. Austin's appearance in Kiev also comes just 2 weeks before Election Day in the United States. With uncertainty about continued U.S. support for Ukraine's war effort, the United States has already appropriated about $174 billion to Ukraine since 2022, making it Ukraine's largest financial backer throughout the war. So, here we go again, America. Fucking week hasn't even gone by, and we're doling out some more money to this fucker. All right, look at him standing there like the fucking, here he is, Miss Ukraine. He's there with fucking Lloyd Austin there. I mean, I think if he could, he'd get on fucking Austin. He'd get on his knees and just fucking blow Austin right now if he could. Austin might probably enjoy that too. Think he swings that way anyway. Um, we have American citizens struggling in Western North Carolina, Eastern Tennessee, still in places in Florida, in Georgia, okay? And we're still doling out money to this fucker. I mean, you know, he must give some really great head, this motherfucker, because I don't even know how it's unimaginable what's going on. That we just continue to dole out money to this guy in our proxy war against Russia, okay? And I really feel that the Biden administration wants to absolutely cripple the country because they see what may be the inevitable event that Trump gets reelected, and come January he's got to struggle for 4 years to bring this nation back. They're gonna do as much damage as they can. They don't give a shit. They wasted all the FEMA money on illegal immigrants, okay, who are running around the country terrorizing their own communities and Americans. Uh, you know, that money that they used I mean, they were giving these people like $15,000 on fucking debit cards and whatnot. And then it wasn't because this money it wasn't coming directly, like, let's say, from FEMA, right? FEMA would give the money to the locales and then the cities would do it. Like New York City was just doling out money. New York City taxpayer dollar along with FEMA money. Yeah, it's just insane what's going on, man. And we just keep spending money, printing money, and people will come out and say, "Well, it's an arms package." It's still money. Money has to come from somewhere, right? Like someone has to purchase this shit. The Ukrainians aren't purchasing it. It's the American government, okay, is taking this equipment, purchasing it, and sending it overseas. That's not $174 billion is not, you know, it's just in the grand scheme of things when you think about the overall budget, right? Military budget when it comes to just the military. We'll take Ukraine out of it. It's probably like nothing in the grand scheme of things the way we spend money on our military. All right, but we're giving it to a nation that is doesn't really have any true official treaties with us, is not part of NATO. We have no obligation to protect whatsoever, okay? And to a guy he's not a good guy. All right? There's nothing proper about Zelensky. He's not a champion of democracy. The whole country is in fucking martial law. Okay, under martial law, he suspended the elections, presidential elections that were supposed to take place in the spring. Okay, his political opponents have either been exiled or tossed, out of or tossed in a fucking cell somewhere. And this guy's not someone to be praising. He's not a champion of democracy at all. Not that Putin is like our friend either, and he's like Mr. Nice Guy, because he's not. But this guy is, and I've said it over and over, is Putin light, and we just keep doling out money to him. I feel bad for the Ukrainian people, right? Because they do have a right to defend themselves against the Russians. Okay, they were attacked, all right, and they should. But if you run your country better, maybe you're in a better position to fucking not only get help, but maybe fight the Russians, right? The Russians could keep doing this forever. Listen, I read a report that there's something possibly, allegedly, like 8 million fighting age males of Ukrainian descent from Ukraine, okay, that are all over the world. They got out of there, okay, and they just don't want to. They're hiding. They're dodging the draft. Okay, they don't want to get conscripted in Ukraine to fight a war that they don't believe in. So we're just going to continue to pour money, but hopefully, if Trump gets elected, the days are numbered for this fool. So we're going to just continue to give this guy as much money as possible. I know they're trying to come up with some deal so to try to make it impossible for Trump not to give this guy money. But if Trump gets elected, he's going to do what he has to do to fucking tell this guy to fuck off. But even then, it's not even going to be easy, right? It's not going to be overnight where he's going to be able to turn the spigot off. He's going to have to get him and Putin together, because he keeps saying that he can get it done. If he's the president elect, I would hope that he could. These things don't always go that way, and get these two fucking monkeys to sit down in the cage together and hash it out, because this shit has got to stop. We can't keep spending our money on other countries. We can't keep giving our money away, even in our military equipment. We cannot give our military equipment away. A lot of people say, well, a lot of it is the older equipment. Who gives a shit? It's still our equipment, and we should have it for us. We should burn through it if we're gonna burn through it on training and stuff like that, and keeping our military up to par, which isn't up to par because they can't recruit anybody because of all the DEI woke shit that's going on. Anyway, America, I am Big Red One Guy signing out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. God bless you all. God bless America, and I'll see you in the next video, fam.